We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Hello, my sweet berries. I am going to die. Where is Pruna in my life? Porra, whatever you want to call her, porridge even. Call her porridge. This intro's all over the place. I'm so sorry, guys. I've just come off of the other recording, and I threatened violence. Let's here for you. What? President Hudson. Hudson! It's Hudson! Oh no, what have I done? Hudson! But I have great respect. Mr. Hudson, yes! He's the president of our construction company. Yeah, I know who Hudson is. Don't care about this guy. It's unforgivable. Well, Hudson's our friend. Try letting go. Are you going to support him? Alright, I'll let go. What? Where's Hudson? Hey Hudson, can I talk to you? Hudson? Huddy? Nah? No. What's that? Okay, so it's not an animal. So we're going to see a Pruna. Hell no. Leave me alone. Hello? Let me in. Can I get in through the window? I mean through this weird looking door. You might want to make a door. Oh, you did. Pose. I really need to find another way up. I see. Yeah, pretty weird, alright. Okay. I didn't listen to half of what he said, by the way, guys. Hello? Did you find anything? I like that. What? We don't. What? What? That's me. You're telling me Princess Zelda was at the castle and then she transformed into light and flew off. I've got to say, your stories are always so wild. But if you're telling me that's what you saw, I've got to believe it. Sounds like, to me, like we need to change our approach. Yes, please give me a flipping map. Map. Aha. Need to add map data from right around. Look at saying that. Yeah. See. Yeah. But what's the but? It doesn't work, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh, but the travel point is still undergoing final adjustments. It's tweaking sounds like a better cracking. Sorry about this, Linky. I'll fix it up real quick. Just hang tight. In the meantime, why don't you rest up? You seem pretty tired. It's a spot for you. 3 beds and a kitchen, so it's well stocked. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check it.
Check it. With all the sound effects they make them do, they might as well just give them proper voice lines.
What?
Wait, you need to turn it on. You said this is the switch, so you need to turn it on. Am I stupid or is she stupid? Either way, someone's stupid. Ooh, look through. Yeah, it looks ugly. If I jump off a cliff, will I die? Let's test it out. Success. Sogna, chihuahua. I really don't understand why she can't just give us the flipping map intact. Oh, this is even worse than your actual... Let's go last page. I don't really care about this. No. See, like, you have a map! You have a map! She has a map! Oh, the murders I want to commit right now. I don't care about the battery. Hey.
Oh. Ah.
Where is this emergency shelter?
You.
The hell? So you can make this function, but you can't make a flipping... See, this is the inconsistency. Like, I could understand when the world had forgotten about the Sheikah's existence, but now it's just plain stupid. Hey.
Ah. Hi.
know what, this place sucks. No, don't think like that, Belle. Come on. Look at all the dust. Oh, you poor thing. I don't care about the flipping dust. I want sleep. I want sleep.
Oh.
They still have newspapers. I swear this is driving me crazy. Hey.
Oh. Ah.
Bye.
Ah. Ah.
I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but I don't know.
Hey.
There's something about this, about Breath of the Wild, that this game is lacking, and I can't tell what it is.
Oh.
I need equipment.
Ooh.
Give me free equipment.
Ah.
I need free
Oh.
equipment.
Oh. Ah.
Useless. One more useless than the other. You done?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Hey! Hey!
Okay, she's actually got a brain in there. Why the flashing lights? What the fudge? Oh, it's to show me where they are, is it? Or to activate them? Why do our eyes glow like that? Oh, I guess the glasses.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah!
Finally, we can use it properly. I missed using that. I guess another reason why, you know, Breath of the Wild felt so much more complete is because Link wasn't this all-powerful person and that, like, his touch was the only touch that could activate certain things. It was the Sheikah Slate that was powerful. Now, like, he's getting the recognition, but only on the like, you need to do this, it's your job, why didn't you do this, blah blah blah, rather than getting the credit he deserves. Does that make sense?
Ah.
Okay. Can I go now?
Uh-huh.
No, it's not great at all. Come on. Move it. Paraglider!
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Oh, I love you, Pruna. I mean, Cora. I mean, whatever you are. How many years has it been? She's not a child anymore. What the hell? The fudge? It's not letting me do it. Hello? See, this is what I mean by original. This is good. But the thing is, right, if I hadn't done Breath of the Wild before, I would have thought this was so much more cool. But knowing that we've already done Breath of the Wild and we have all the maps already connected, this feels a bit, what's the word? Useless. Hi. Where do I need to go now? I want to go back to the chasm, actually. And I can glide down now. Feels a lot weirder when we're diving, like, it's not as, what's the word? Our perception is warped when we're diving. Hello?
Oh.
Whoa.
Yep. Oh.
I already spoke to Joshua, she did nothing. The depths. How does that make sense? How did we touch the sky? Is there light? How's that? Oh, and it's purifying. Light root just Yeah. Okay. What was that? Something here. This is original. I like the chasms and going underground. But it still feels very... What's the word? Feels a bit... overdone in the sense that, like, they were clutching at straws on trying to, like, make it different. So much so that it's as hard, if not harder than Breath of the Wild. And also, what's the word? It's as hard, but doesn't feel as enjoyable because it's like, well, I already did this in number 1. Well, I already did this before. Well, this is just repetitive now. And it's kind of like, I got the map in Breath of the Wild so I wouldn't have to do it in Tears of the Kingdom. It's like kind of okay. Like, I thought it would be one of those, we're going around to repair the kingdom, not we're resolving a problem that Zelda caused. Like, this whole thing just has nothing to do with the plot of the first one, and I understand that they want it to be like a standalone game, but like I don't know, it was just, I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying to look at this thing in Spanish. It's just not making sense. Why would you... I just really don't understand it. I don't know. I think, I mean, it won't really matter to the people who are watching in the playlist, but I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I'm tired. I need to reset my brain. Because I feel like I'm not being entertaining enough. It feels to me like I'm being whiny and I'm complaining constantly. I know that some of you are also going to say, you know, you're just reviewing and that's what you should do, blah, blah, blah. But it still feels a bit like I'm criticizing. Like, I'm not criticizing the way it's done in the sense that as a standalone game, absolutely great. But using Breath of the Wild as like a way for Tears of the Kingdom to launch and like saying, oh, it's a sequel of that, it will be amazing, yet it's basically the same thing redone, and you don't get to what's the word, it's a victory short-lived because you don't get to reap the rewards of all your hard work in Breath of the Wild. You just gain more problems, more issues, and that whole thing about the Master Sword, like, that's the plot hole. Like, if you just erased everything else about the Sheikahs and blah blah blah, the mention of the Calamity and the Master Sword erased like any possibility of it being a standalone game, because it's literally marketed as the sequel, and it doesn't make sense to me why they would say like, oh, you know, maybe some people haven't got all the shrines, or, you know, some people don't have the whole map. Guess what? Most players probably didn't get the Master Sword, yet you gave them that. And you broke it in half. See what I mean? Like, we worked so hard. The number of videos we spent just looking for shrines to get the Master Sword. only for it to break in one attack. Like, what happened to that bow of light Zelda gave us? What happened to all our progress in the first one? If I'd been on the case with Tears of the Kingdom, I would have added a feature which basically allows you to transfer your pre-existing Breath of the Wild data to Tears of the Kingdom. So it's like you start where you left off. But there are just huge plot holes. Like the Sheikah, were they just erased? Do they not count anymore? What happened to all the champions? To all the beasts? To all the different peoples? What happened to, all the people we've met? What happened to Kilton, for example? Like, I know most people wouldn't have met Kilton, but it's kind of like, if you bothered to add certain characters, why not bother to add others? Like, Robbie, who I continue to call Rubbly for some reason, if I hadn't, that he was a side quest. He wasn't a main quest. He was a side quest. He wasn't a shrine quest. He wasn't a main quest. He was a side quest. He wasn't an enhancement quest because we had to still do it ourselves. So him being here also removes the possibility of them like not wanting to add things that we could have done as side quests. Why don't they just go and assume we did everything in Breath of the Wild and then introduce this unknown factor? If they'd introduced it as like an unknown factor, this other civilization as like an unknown factor that Link and Zelda discovered, that I would have been completely on board. But them like being like, oh, we've always known, we just haven't bothered because we were too busy with Ganon. Like what? You said Ganon came from underground and you never bothered to look. Your dad says don't go and look, so you don't. But you don't even find any remnants of Ganon down there. You find a completely new threat who coincidentally has the same powers as Ganon. That's also a plot hole. It's like, oh, whole new threat, whole new danger. It's literally the same thing. Over and over again. And I don't want to complain about it. Like, I'm enjoying it. But I keep thinking, like, even before we got the paraglider, I just kept thinking how much I missed Breath of the Wild because it just felt better to play. Now that we have the paraglider and I feel like we can more or less have... It feels like we're weaker than we were in Breath of the Wild because we don't... as much as I enjoy our new powers, practically, apart from the glue and the traveling through walls, not as practical. Like, what's the point in introducing the whole mixing weapons factor if in the first one that was like weapon production, you had like 7 different people who could do it for you? I mean, it's nice that Link has acquired the skill to do it himself, but shouldn't that be something you develop? Here's another flaw. Link just not having any basic knowledge of civilization. Okay, the first one. Possible memory loss. It's fine, it's possible because it's memory loss. It's okay. This one, no memory loss, he knows everything, yet he doesn't know how the heck to cook. What? The guy who defeated Ganon doesn't know how to fight. What? Like, do you see the problem? If it wasn't marketed as to the players of Breath of the Wild, I would have been completely fine with it. But it's the plot holes. The plot holes, the continuous but Link is famous for this and that. Yet the this and that wasn't taken into consideration. What happened to Ganon? Because they literally only just sealed him. They sealed him so in the next 10,000 years it can happen again. You went down there to kind of investigate Ganon. You find something else. You never mention Ganon again. You never tell anyone how to get rid of Ganon. Zelda is now just... like, Zelda feels like a stiff character now. She had personality in the first one. You got insight into who she was. Now with no, like, missing memories or anything, I thought we'd get to be with Zelda. Because she's literally on the back of this. She's literally on this. She's like the biggest picture there is on the back of the game itself, and it just, it's a bit all over the place. Because you had like one goal. This time it's nice to like have this little mystery and this like chasing and trying to find stuff out. But the fact that Zelda is just not helping us. Like, do you remember when Zelda used to talk to us? How her talking to us was like having a guardian angel. Now she's just... don't want to say... she's putting us in more danger, basically. Like, you appear on a roof and just disappear. Talk, woman. Talk. And I don't care if it's part of the plot. At this point in time, I don't know that. At this point in time, we don't know that. At this point in time, it doesn't feel right. And if it becomes part of the plot, then sure, in hindsight, I would have said, oh, so stupid back then thinking that. But how am I supposed to enjoy a game when you can't understand it? Like, it's not like I'm being stupid, like you can't understand it because you're dumb. But it's like, how are you supposed to understand something when they haven't given you the tools to understand it? I don't know. I'm just going around in circles with this. I'm sorry to end it early, guys. I know it's only 32 minutes after the... 33 minutes rather than the 1 hour and a half I usually do. But I'm tired. I think I just need to reset my brain from Breath of the Wild a bit and try and figure out what Tears of the Kingdom has going for it in comparison. Because it is a lot to live up to, don't get me wrong, and I understand how they'd want to use a formula that's already worked, but it's just like, I don't know. I love you, my sweet berries. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.